In this video, I want to show you how to put together the MalaMask. Let's go. Welcome back, guys. Oops, my set is falling apart here. What is going on, guys? So welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we usually do like FPV videos. We do build videos. We just kind of do makes around here. I enjoy making stuff and electrifying it, 3D printing it and electrifying it, that kind of stuff. So you're into that sort of stuff, go ahead and punch the subscribe button. But today we're doing something a little bit different because, well, this is a pandemic still. And I know right now a lot of people are talking about going back to work and stuff like that. And the general public is going to need some masks, and they're still not really available. So I have been printing these. This is not my design. This was designed by MalaMaker over at River City Labs. And he did such an excellent job with this. The filter system has actually been tested to match that of an N95. And what I like is you can also downgrade it if you want to use a level 1 or level 2. So I'll get into how to set up that in a later video. This is just going to be the build video of how to put this together. So as you can see here, we have the shroud, and glued to it, this is the silicone seal. And you'll wear the mask like this. You can see this kind of wraps around your face here, and this gives you such a good seal to your face. I cannot even say. Like, I have worn my mask for over 16 hours, and every time you breathe in, it like sucks to your face, and every time you exhale, like, it might burp a little bit if you get a little bit of scruff going on, but it still sticks to your face. So everything is going in and out of this filter, which is non-existent at the moment. Okay, so let me show you how to put that on. The filter consists, or the filter housing rather, and I apologize for printing this out of white. This is my last filter. Many of the masks that I have printed have already found homes, so there's that. This is the last filter housing I have. I currently am printing 4 more, but they're currently printing. So we have the inner housing, we have the filter cover, and then we have the ring, if you will. So the way to do this, you have kind of like a larger section here, and you can see there's 2 little nubs. You got one right here, and then right on the opposite side you have another, and those are both the same size. And there you go. You can see how there's that lot wider section right here. That goes towards your face, towards you, right there, you. Okay, so we're going to take that. And if we look at the mask real quick, those little indentations, you can see one right here and another right here. On the newer style, you can barely see it right there. You can see the size of the mask printed right in the nose piece. The version 1s did not have that. The version 2s now have that. So what I was doing with my masks personally is, if they did not have that, I was marking them with magic marker right on here on the strap. And I'll get into that in a moment. Okay, but we put that guy on right like that, and we line up those 2 little keyways into those 2 little slots. Once that's in place, I hold it with my fingers like that. Take the ring. And then this is tapered. You want the larger section to go back towards the mask, just like that. And then just go ahead and screw this on. And this should screw very easily. If it doesn't, then there might be something wrong. Now, there are available some gaskets that you can put on in between this and the mask. I haven't been printing those. I don't think there's much of a leak in between that. But I might. Again, I've only got 2, not only, but I've only got 2 printers, so it's enough for me to just keep up with the masks and the filters, than to keep up with the a completely different machine devoted to TPU just to print those, and then bouncing back and forth. It's just like just print. So the filter goes in here, and that'll be another video, because this is clearly taken over my life. And I will be covering it for a few times And you know, mostly because every waking moment I am working on these things. So for me to switch gears and build a mini quad, say, like I just can't. I can't. There's too many people asking for these. So I got to keep building them. So taking a half hour away to cut you guys a video, like I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So here we are. So next is the strap, and it comes with these guys here. So this is I believe he calls them a tri-glide. And if we look at it, we got the two things on the left here, the two strap things. This is actually your adjuster, and then right here we've got the toothed section. That is what holds the end of your strap. Okay, so I will just kind of show you how I did that. You're going to put the strap on like this, okay? You always want to put your strap on correctly. Otherwise it might fall off or get stuck. I don't know, but whatever. So you go through the bottom section here. Sorry about the focus. This camera, I wish had a better focus, but it does not. Okay, so we're going to go through the top there and then pull that through. Okay, and some of you are probably watching this video going, well, why don't you cut your nails? Well, this is partially why. Because this is not easy to do without them. So then you go through the second one here. And the rest of you are going, why are you not wearing gloves messing with somebody's mask? Well, thank you, Amazon, for shutting off all sales of gloves and masks to non-essentials, because apparently I am a non-essential. So if you see what I just did here, I've got one right side up and one not. I would not be able to live with myself if I had sent that out. So I'm going to fix that. And that's actually the first one I've done like that. So I guess there's that. So I'm going to put that through the back like that, just like that, and then loop it over and then put it through the middle slot. Okay, and then this is, once I complete this, this is your adjustment. If I can grab that guy, there we go. Like that. Okay, so there we go. So we got that one, and we got this one is already done here. Okay, now we're going to take the mask, hold it like this. We're going to take this tail end, and we're going to stuff it through the bottom rung like that. Okay, now we're going to take it and put it here. Now the way that I found to do this is you put just a little corner over the tooth section, and then just kind of press it right there, and then bend the tri-glide just like that. And you don't want too much overhanging, because otherwise it won't pop through. But if you got just enough, you can see it pops right through. Then I move my finger back a little bit, and then I push this way and down all at the same time. And what that does is it kind of feeds the corner in further, unless of course you are filming a video and it makes you look like a liar. There we go. So now you can see it came through a little bit more, and then go ahead and pull it. And again, this is right like that. So that to me is way too much, so just pull back a little bit. Okay, just like that. And then flip it over and do the bottom one. This is the chin section here. Just like this. And then pull it through there. Okay. And push. And then you can pull it through right there. Okay, just like that. Now this is printed out of PETG, which is a fairly flexible plastic. And if you're doing this and you're cracking these, you've either bought subpar PETG, or you should run it through a dehydration cycle. I find, like, a lot of people will tell you PETG doesn't soak up moisture. Well, coming from somebody who's in like a completely moisture-rich climate right now, PETG does soak up moisture. And if you run it through a dehydration cycle, it should stop cracking. If it still cracks, you should probably spend more on PETG. But right now the stuff is hard to get, so I'm printing with whatever I can get my hands on. This is all eSun, which is currently sold out. Okay, so there's that. Right through the top section, flip this over, and then we got one more to do here. And I'm sorry my set is like moving all over the place. I would do this on my normal set. The reason being is because I messed with a lot of solder, and I don't want any lead getting on this. Like many of you are saying, well, you're not wearing gloves. Well, I'm out of them. So yes, Amazon stopped selling to non-essentials. So I ran out of gloves, and that's that. So this is going to have to be dry heat sterilized before I bag it and send it out. Okay, so there is the straps on there. Now, in order to adjust this, if you want this tighter, your adjustment is not this. Your adjustment is this. So what you want to do is take this guy just like this and just pull. Whoops. You want to be careful not to pull the tag end out. So what you can do is just kind of hold that in place and just pull out like this. Okay, it's still pulling out clearly, but you can see that we've pulled out a bunch here, and that's farther out, so that's going to take in the slack here. If you want the band longer, which most of you probably will, you just grab this and slide it forward while pulling on the back strap, and the closer this is to the front of this, the longer this strap is. So that's pretty good there. Now I did, because some of you are going to want a longer strap. I mean, these will stretch pretty damn far, okay? But that's going to put a bunch of pressure on the back of your head, especially the larger the mask gets. Obviously, the more room it's going to take up, the shorter these straps are. And if you're running a larger mask, you have a bigger head, so you're going to need a longer strap. I have an idea to make these longer. I haven't done anything about it, but I will. So all in due time. Again, I've got to keep up with what's going on. So that's why we're going to end this video here. But that's how to put together the MalaMask. And I think that looks pretty damn good. It's like a gold color out of this yellow. Yeah. So listen, if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, if you're interested in building one of these, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done it already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button, because you only get to do it once, and it's fun. And I'll catch you later. Peace.